1 prom night behind the scenes.
Great job, babe. You killed it.
What are we doing right now?
Dude, we're talking about prom night.
You know, I never been to prom.
What?
Yeah, I never went to prom.
I went to prom with a football.
Will you go to prom with me?
Well, I already went.
Oh.
I went with my football teammate.
So I gotta find somebody else.
Yeah.
Jake, will you go to prom with me? All right, Jake's gonna go. All right.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Jadon Cow, and today I am accompanied by my good friend, well, brother actually.
Well, you punched me in the face.
Yes.
I'm still hurt from that.
Outtake.
Brian Jalbert.
Brian Jalbert, my big brother in the film Prom Night, and we are talking about it, getting a little bit of information out there about it. We are at the Jalbert Brothers studio. We're gonna go ahead and we gotta plug that. We gotta plug that in. We're in the Jalbert Brothers studio. If y'all need a studio setup, if you need audition tapes, you're trying to shoot stuff for a demo, get a short done, we got some great production in the Clearwater area. So hit those guys up. They'll be linked in everything.
727-432-2191.
You got his cell phone number, ladies. Anyways.
Hey, we try to hook you up. He's a good big brother. Or, no, your younger brother. He's a good younger brother. I love this guy.
Yeah. So prom night is essentially about Cedar, a young high schooler, young athlete who's on his way home to grab some clothes before the after party. And he's interrupted, or at least his girlfriend is, by the older brother. Cedar's whole struggle in the film is doing what's right versus what he feels he should do.
Yeah, I really felt that.
You see it all throughout, and when he does things that he's influenced to do rather than what he knows to do, bad consequences come because of that.
Why did you pick prom night? Like, what made you pick that certain specific time? Because it's, I mean...
You mean the early 2000s era and stuff?
The era, and then why prom night? Like, what was the big deal? Was there something in your past that you connected with to get you to write it? Or was this something you just fully imagined?
Honestly, no. I don't really have a troubled past. Okay. And I don't, I've never, had a bad family life. Okay. It sort of was just something out of imagination. And I found a through line in coming back to the script a few years later. I found a through line of like a moral of the story to sort of find to tell, because I think that's always good to incorporate in
a through line. So for someone like me, I don't know what that is. What's that mean?
So I may have this definition wrong. Maybe we should Google it. But to me, what it means is Google it. What it means is kind of what's the point of this film? Like having
there's an underlining
meaning,
gotcha.
Yeah, that goes all the way through. That shows itself, in different levels throughout the film. I think it works really well with that whole prom vibe because of the age group. A lot of kids, especially in their end years of high school or even growing up to that, they're pressured into a lot of things. And so this film is an extreme version of that, of showing what can happen if you give in to peer pressure of different kinds, quote unquote.
Of the old days when we didn't have social media. When you sent this to me, like, it literally rolled off my tongue like that.
The dialogue.
Yes, dude. I love the way it it felt for me. And I was like, because when you sent it, you were like, yo, I got this. I was like, oh, I possibly want to, mess with that.
Yeah.
And then he sent it to me, and then I started reading it, and I'm like, it just flowed. I think I texted you that too.
Yeah,
like, I was like,
dude,
I would have played this guy Adam.
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking lunatic.
Dude, he's wild. He's wild.
Like, dude, I gotta play this guy. So what inspired you to do it? Because it doesn't seem like when I read it, I'm like, this is not a typical thing that somebody would write.
Yeah.
What made you write it?
So I originally wrote it because I wanted a dramatic piece for my demo reel.
Gotcha.
When I was just acting, I was just an actor in LA, and I met a guy at a gym, and he was like, hey, I'm a writer, I'm a filmmaker, I want to help you to, get dramatic footage. He said, pick a scene from a movie, and then I wrote Prom Night.
So we did the fight scene. I threw I don't know what I did. It was a weird hook punch thing. And then you came up
under the ribs.
Under my ribs. And I don't know if he cracked a rib or if he like sprained me or something. I don't know, but for like a month, I was like waking up like,
just wrecked.
Really move. Like seriously, I was wrecked.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
It's like, hey, maybe that's why people don't do their own stunts, but
I could see why actors don't after that.
Yeah, we're taking the Tom Cruise route.
What are you trying to say? I'm short?
Oh man, no, you look like him. Man, a memorable moment for me on the film. Whew, it would probably be having to just get really into like a dark place mentally, especially for the end of the film, because it's a weird switch to turn on, right? Like to get to that place, like.
You were pretty intense, bro.
So for me, like when I'm acting in something, and if it's especially heavy, like I can't just step in front of the camera and action and boom, I'm there. You know, I need some time to get there. So just to do that in front of like everybody, it's different when you're doing it just acting, but when you're also quote unquote the director, it feels like, I don't know, it's just a different energy. Like, I don't know.
How was that for you too? Like, cause you were like, I felt like 20 hats. So you were like the director, the writer, and main actor in this thing.
Yeah,
How does that play in it?
I didn't have a problem with it.
No?
Because everything sort of aligns.
Yeah.
You know, so if you're the director, you know how you want your actor to play it. If you're the writer, you know how maybe something you might want to be said. Not saying that
throw you off?
No, I don't think so. And not saying I don't want outside feedback, because I all the time, like especially on the other set of like time off, I was like, hey, how does this feel if I'm delivering it like this? I would talk to the crew and other people.
Yeah.
Because I don't want it just to be whatever's in here to come out. You know, you want to collaborate.
And you kind of I noticed that you really let the actors just create.
Yeah.
Like just let
because
it
that's
kind
what
of
I like
flow.
to do. Yeah. And so I try to bring you guys and whoever else I'm working with to the most natural state, because that's how it's gonna be the best, is when people are organic.
What was that like?
What was pre-production like?
Yeah.
It was hectic. I felt like my brain was gonna explode the whole
Really?
time. Yeah, especially the
Why?
days of shooting were the craziest, because, well, first of all, we pushed the shoot a couple of weeks because of outside reasons that things didn't work out.
Coronavirus.
We hope you guys are staying safe during the coronavirus. Keep your social distance and keep praying. But on a serious note, yeah, the pre-production was pretty. Sort of some things came together, like, you know, the location, because of you guys, was amazing, a blessing. Actually, Olivia and I, my beautiful girlfriend, we went and did. She helped me get wardrobe and shopping for that stuff. But then I guess it was a little hectic on the days of, because, you know, when you're playing producer, writer, director, actor, you know, you're getting crafty, catering, you're organizing, actors are all texting you, what time should I be here, all that. Then you have, you know, you're acting in it yourself, so you're studying your lines, thinking about your character, and then you're also talking to the other crew members, about, you know, how you want it to feel. Maybe people are talking technical stuff like lighting and things like that. So you're doing multiple. Literally the second day, I was in such a rush. I went and picked up all the subs, you know, for lunch from the.
They were good too. Was it Jimmy John's?
Shout out to Jimmy John's. Yeah. So I picked up I literally remember I had these huge boxes of subs in the passenger seat. I was on the phone. Giving directions, I think it was to Alan. Thank you, Alan, for letting us use your car, by the way. That was a blessing. Shout out to Frameforge Media. Those guys are dope, and they make some amazing stuff too. And Alan was a huge help on the film. We also shot the poster at his studio. So.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, we did our poster photo shoot there at the studio.
Well, how come you didn't call me in for that?
Dude.
Because I'm a mean, drunk brother. I see how you treat me.
No, I was driving, man. I had the subs in the seat. I was on the phone with Alan giving him directions, and I was also reading my lines as the character, like studying. And I was like, dude, I feel like I'm gonna explode right now.
That's a lot.
So yeah,
bro.
it was a lot. Yeah.
Do you feel like it affects aspects of the filmmaking process when you're doing so much? Because if you feel like, or maybe it added to the character, maybe it made you feel more in character.
Yeah.
Or does it throw you out of character when you're jumping behind the camera or then jumping in front of the camera?
I think it's, as an actor, you have to learn to use all of your energy and emotions into what you're doing. You have to learn how to hone that and direct it into what you're doing. So for me, if I'm feeling chaotic because I'm dealing with multiple people, crew members and things like that, and thinking about logistical things and practical things, I use all of that combustion going on up here and I direct it into my emotional state as the character.
No wonder why he yelled at me. He yelled at me and fucking... You sure do.
Turn it up, bro. Let's go again.
All right.
Turn it up. Come on.
All right.
And that's why sometimes I yell. Yeah, it's a way to release some things. And like whenever before one of the big scenes, I went outside and I was doing push-ups because
Were you really?
Yeah. How is it getting back into the acting process?
It's funny because I felt like I never left.
Okay.
In a way, because I feel like acting. I think in a way you're always kind of acting, because experience in life is acting.
Of course.
So I feel like if you can use that and just put your authentic self on screen by being who you are, but portraying the character at the same time, like you were saying, using what's there and then being authentically you. Mm-hmm. That's what I use, and I actually felt really good to actually kind of come back and do it. I'm ready for another one. I'm gonna fucking do some more shit. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
Okay.
One thing, I got to drink on set. I was literally drunk. No, I wouldn't say I was drunk.
We don't talk about that.
So as an actor, one of the things I used, and maybe you can use it as an actor, I'm old enough to drink, by the way. Oh, maybe, I don't know, maybe pretend to be a fake ID. It is prom night. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It is.
We're still in prom night. So when I was drinking, I was drinking enough to keep myself a slight buzz, but without getting drunk. And I used that. Okay. Because I felt like when you're on set and you're like like a lot of people that portray drunk, it feels fake. Because they're like, oh, yeah. And it's like, well, do you really act like? I mean, I think when you're sloshy drunk, you get to that point. So it was kind of fun being able to drink on set. I enjoyed that.
I think what people can take away from this film is a little bit of a reality check on what can happen when you give into maybe primal instincts or urges based off of situations rather than, clearly thinking about your actions. So I think if there's a lesson to be learned from a film like this, it is to think before you act, as the phrase goes.
I like that.
That's sort of the point.
And what advice would you give to any other filmmaker that would like to make a short film one day and do something like you have achieved so far?
Any advice to anybody that's looking to make a short film or a small project or even anything creative of any kind, I would just encourage you guys to do it. If you want to write something, just start writing. It's easier to edit something that has writing on it than to edit a blank page. You can't do that. So no matter what it is you want to do, you just have to make yourself do it every day, even on days you don't feel like it. And sometimes that's when the best creations come out. And as far as producing a film, start off with anybody. If you're in an acting class, invite those people to collaborate with you. And then someone has a camera, even an iPhone. I started out filming with an iPhone, and now look, we just shot on a Red. So I think it's just about having the willpower to do it and not take no for an answer. So
create at the level you're at and then move up. Just do it like that, like the Nike check.
Well, the thing is, I think with creating, you have to believe that you're already there in a sense, because if you wait for anyone to give you a go-ahead, you're gonna be waiting until maybe your next life. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't wait for people. You have to go ahead and get the train moving, and then people will jump on board, and then it'll all of a sudden you have a full production going. So I would say just do it like Nike.
Yeah.
Just do it. That's it.
I gotta say, man, you did good. You good leader, man. I really felt a good vibe on set, and you really fucking did good, man.
Appreciate it.
It's awesome to see people doing things, and and that's why we fully came on and helped out where we could.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Really helped out.
Yeah, once again, shout out to the Jalbert brothers. This would not have been possible, you guys. You got Jake behind the camera. If you want to come up here, bro, say what's up, say a few words. If not, it's all good. This man just slayed the cinematography. He's just killed it. He executed exactly what I was looking for, and even did more than that, and added his own style into things from what I was envisioning and giving him. So it just brought it to life in a great way. So much appreciated. Sam, you are an amazing actress. Thank you so much for coming on. Just a great classmate in person in general. Alan and Keon at Frameforge, you guys helped out. We're going to be continuing to work together, so just appreciate you guys. Nicholas Canning, bro, assistant director. Just first of all, the most hilarious guy I've ever met in my life. Some of these, I might have to throw some of these in here. The letters he said before slates, like just the words he came up with, you know. Just to give you guys an insight. These slates, typically on film sets, they'll have the scene and then the take. So say we're on scene 2 and then we're on the maybe take 1A, right? Or 1B, based on the camera angle and the number of takes you're on. He would come up with words. Usually people use military words like Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta, Echo, Foxtrot, whatever. But he came up with the most creative words, and I'm not even gonna repeat them. I may just play them back.
Are you gonna do outtakes of that?
Yeah, I think so.
I can't.
No, editing was a blast because of Nick. So thank you, Nick, for helping keep the editing room light and fun. Casey, bro, gaffer, even more than that, just lighting technician and awesome guy to be around, just straight to the point. I really appreciate you coming on. You just killed it, you always do. If anyone's looking for a lighting technician, gaffer, Casey Cosgrove is the best. And then Lucas Schatzberg, bro, thank you for audio. It sounded great. This man is like Darth Vader with the boom. He just swings it and has it direct, and we just sound great. So thank you for all your help on that.
Yeah,
Kevin,
cool.
Yeah, KBFX, thank you, bro, for all your help. Made his bloody face and the cuts and the gashes look insane. So thank you for all your work, hard work on that.
It's kind of scary.
Yeah, it was.
For me, I'm like, oh.
And he had the whole machine and everything, and he had patience, man. He was waiting for a few hours before he even got to do makeup.
Did he? Was
Yeah, he was there for a few hours. Yeah, I was
he
like,
did get there early, yeah.
yeah. So thank you, bro, for your help on that. Thank you to the family, always supporting me. Mom and Dad, you guys are awesome. Love you guys. Thank you, Olivia. You're an amazing support. I love you. And
thank you.
And thank y'all for watching. I'm debating on having a trailer come out, but it is sort of hard to release trailers for short films. I mean, this one is relatively long or medium length for a short, so you could come up with a trailer. Either that, or I'll just release this and cut it together with snippets of the film. But yeah, so we're gonna be taking the festival route with this one, and then I'll look to have it online as soon as I can. And if some of the festivals I submit to, if not all of them, don't have a requirement not to have it online, then I'll definitely release it online, and I hope to see you guys soon, and cheers to more films.
Peace. Thanks for having me, homie.
Yeah, dude. Oh, don't touch me. No, I'm kidding.
Oh yeah, I forgot the Corona.